genuinely, hand on heart, like I can't see myself being with someone else. And
if you show me your boobs.
Tom, I'm not showing you my boobs. Have you ever wanted more experience, or have you ever got bored of him? If you could change one thing about each other, what would it be?
Some titties. Put shower caps on our head.
Yeah.
A little wave.
Look into my eyes and don't be shy. Feel the music in your blood tonight. Feel the rhythm in my bones. What do you say? I don't know. Nah, I can't hear you out, yeah. Follow through the mellow, I can show you the right moves for you. Move your feet, come on and dance with me. Till that is all you want to do, eh?
Good evening, my loves. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. I'm looking a little tan. I did do a fake tan last night for the first time in a long time. But I'm back today with a sort of Q&A video. It's not really a Q&A. It is actually, because you guys asked me questions on Instagram. But basically what it is I just wanted to film like a really chill vibe kind of video. This was supposed to have like duvets and a cup of tea and stuff. However, it's actually really hot outside, so whatever time you're grabbing this, whatever time you're watching this, grab yourself a drink, whether that be a cup of tea if it's the morning, in the afternoon if you fancy it, maybe a little glass of wine, some prosecco, cocktail, you know. It's lockdown, let's enjoy ourselves, let's relax and talk. Basically, my nails all come off as well. I get a lot of questions all the time about mine and Tom's relationship. I've been very open about our relationship in the past, and I think that's why I'm just continuing to do it. I know a lot of people on YouTube are very private about their relationship, which obviously is absolutely fine, and I completely respect them for that. However, I really like when people are just so open and honest and have some, not advice, because I'm not going to be giving you advice, kind of am, but like when people are just really sort of open about things, if you know what I mean. So the people that ask me questions obviously are in tricky situations themselves, or just needed someone to talk to about something, or I don't know, do you know what I mean? Just sort of like, just a little chat. But I love being open, I love knowing that people feel comfortable asking me stuff. Oh, sorry. I feel like a lot of my life I mess around a lot, I'm not gonna lie. I'm quite immature, I just love to have fun all the time. However, I do have a side to me that is quite serious, and I do love that you guys see that side and are happy and comfortable to ask me questions and come to me for certain things. And one of the main things I do get questions on is mine and Tom's relationship. Mine and Tom's relationship is not perfect, however a lot of you guys seem to think it is. So I do want this video to kind of show that it's not, and that everybody has their own issues and stuff like that. Obviously I'm not going to sit here and talk about like every argument me and Tom have had, but I want you guys to know that nobody's relationship is perfect. It might be perfect in someone else's eyes, however there is no such thing as perfect. So I did just want to make that clear like now, and in no way am I trying to brag about anything. I am very lucky with the relationship that I've been blessed with. So yeah, I basically was doing like a Q&A on my Instagram the other day, and a lot of the questions were about me and Tom, so I decided to just make a whole video about it. And you guys have sent in a lot of questions, let me just say like a lot, so I'm not going to answer all of them because we will be here all night, but a lot of them were like sort of similar, and yeah, I think I'd be able to just sort of like make the question into one, if you know what I mean, and answer it. So like I said, grab yourself a nice drink, get comfy, get into bed. If you're in bed already, then I don't know, just get cozy, because we might be here for a while, who knows. But yeah, I just want these videos to sort of be chill and relaxed, and I want to start doing like, not a series, but like maybe do a couple more of these, have a topic each time. So like obviously this one will be about relationships and stuff, and then make a topic about other things like friendships and things like that, because I think every girl, even boys, go through a lot, and it's nice to just have a chat. And in isolation I'm pretty bored, I'm not lonely, but at the same time like it'd be nice to just have a chat. My DMs are always open, so yeah. Without dragging it on too much, shall we just get started? I think we should. We got a lot of questions, I'm not gonna lie, like a lot of questions. But I'm gonna keep them all anonymous, as always. I do always keep things anonymous. Also, this phone case is from Fun Cases. It was gifted, this is not sponsored, however, it is so lovely and you should all go check them out because it's beautiful. At the beginning of the, At the beginning of the relationship, how do you build trust? With my past, it's hard right now. So I'm not gonna lie, I did not trust Tom at the start of my relationship. He was a very different person than he is now. He was 16 years old. So I think people are very different. He's now 21. So if you know what I mean, like a 16-year-old relationship is very different to a 21-year-old's relationship. I had just literally come out of a relationship, which is a whole nother story. However, I had a pretty good relationship before. I'm not going to talk about it too much because it's nothing to do with this video and it was a long time ago and stuff like that. But I was in a long-term relationship before Tom. Obviously I was like 12, 13 years old. But yeah, I was very fortunate to be in a really nice relationship, which obviously ended. I then started going out with Tom, who was a bit of a ladies' man, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the girls wanted his attention. He liked to give the girls a bit of attention. By the way, this was before anything actually serious happened. Like, this is just what he was like. So my view of him was he was a bit of a player. Obviously he always had respect for girls and he was so lovely, but at the same time, like, when I was with my ex-boyfriend, he didn't speak to any other girls and blah 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 whatever. And this was the time of Snapchat streaks and Tom had a lot of streaks and stuff, so I was obviously very worried and yeah, it was very hard. But I don't know, I guess trust comes with time and I don't think you can be with someone unless you trust them. So obviously we had to build up our trust pretty quick because, again, like I just said, you can't be with someone if you don't trust them. Things happened with me and Tom quite quickly and it was a bit like hard at the start. But I don't know, we just kind of, like there was a couple of months at the start of the relationship where we were like, is this the right thing to do, blah 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 blah. And then all of a sudden we were like, right, this is it now, like I want to be with you, you want to be with me, let's just forget all the crap. We stopped speaking to, like I actually spoke to other boys as well, not in like a flirty way or anything like that, but it was Snapchat streaks, we were 16, I was 15, like, do you know what I mean? So we scrapped all that and I think the trust just sort of came with it. We spent more and more time together, obviously met each other's families, went on holidays together and stuff like that, and the trust eventually just came naturally. We did have each other's passwords to social media and stuff like that. However, now I know his passwords, he knows, is this even in focus? He knows my passwords, I know his passwords, however we're not like, sorry I've just been filming the camera. However, we're not actually like logged in, oh I've zoomed in. Like we're not logged into each other's social media because I just think that's, if I feel like, I know people log in for different reasons, but I feel like if you're logging in because you want to see what they're doing and who they're messaging and stuff, it's just, that's not trust. So I think the fact that we trust each other enough to not have to log in is really nice, but also at the same time, if I ever did have a funny feeling about anything, I do have his passwords and stuff. I would never just rummage through it, do you know what I mean? Like, if you find yourself snooping through stuff or wanting to look through someone's phone when they're out of the room or when they've gone to sleep or something like that, get out that relationship because there's clearly something wrong. Like, it's hard to build trust, don't get me wrong, and especially with past, like I was quite lucky to have a good relationship, so I didn't have anything to base it off of, like bad trust and stuff. So I don't know, I found it pretty easy to trust Tom, and I think because I'd been, sorry I keep moving, because I'd been in a relationship before, Tom found it pretty easy to trust me too, because we're both very much relationship kind of people. And yeah, I guess we're pretty blessed to be fair, but I don't really know what else to say about that one to be fair. So do you want kids? Yes, we do. We want a lot of kids to be fair. We've kind of said like, he wanted 3, I wanted 5, so we've kind of met in the middle at 4, but we've also said like, obviously life is life and you can't predict the future and we might not be able to afford 4 kids, but we might also be able to afford 6 kids. Do you know what I mean? Like we've kind of said we'll have as many children as we can afford. We just feel blessed to even have 1 to be fair. Like there's so many people in this world now that sadly can't have children and struggle to get pregnant and things like that. So the fact that we may even be able to just have 1 child is like such a blessing. So I think we just take life as it comes, to be fair. I would love a lot of children. I come from a family with 3 sisters, so there's 4 girls. And I would love for my children to have a big family. But yeah, obviously we'll just be grateful for anything, to be honest. So another question is the age difference between me and Tom, and there's literally a year. So he was December 1998 and I'm November 1999, so he is 1 year older than me. He's 21 and I'm 20. Are you going to buy a house together? So we were actually supposed to move out, like, well, we were going to move out a couple of weeks ago, Thank God we didn't, because of all the stuff that's going on now. Who knows what would have happened and stuff like that. But yeah, we were going to rent just a little place together just because we just really got in the mood to do it, and I'm kind of glad we didn't, to be fair, because I don't mind like the thought of renting, but I would love to own a house, and Tom would love to own a house as well. We have kind of said like if renting is ever any option, then we're more than happy to rent. However, it would be amazing to be able to save up for a place and actually own our own place. So I don't know, we do definitely want a house together, but whether we actually buy or rent, we're not sure. How did you meet? So, oh gosh, the first time I actually met Tom was at one of my best friend's Alex's parties. Oh god, this was in July 2015, and I was with my ex at this point. I think Tom actually had a girlfriend at this point as well. But we just got so drunk, and we were just like, this is the first time I ever met him, and this was like, we were 15 years old, like, it was nothing, I was actually 14, it's nothing serious at all. Obviously I had a boyfriend and whatever, but we were just like dancing around with shower caps on, having the best time ever. Like, I don't actually remember that night, although this sounds really bad. I was 14 and I used to drink, like, I think I started drinking when I was maybe 12 or 13, I'm not gonna lie, but anyway, that's a bloody another story. But yeah, we just met at a party, to be fair. Yeah, we didn't speak after that because obviously it was like nothing serious at all. And then there was another party a couple of months later, and obviously he went to that as well, so I saw him there. Then I think the reason I like actually like not met him because I'd met him at them parties, but like actually started to get to know him, he joined my sixth form, and obviously I was in year 11, and that's how we met, to be fair. And then obviously I split up with my ex-boyfriend. I don't know, bloody long story, to be fair, but we split up. Just like we're really good friends and stuff, and then, you know, some things are just meant to be. God knows how much crap I got for the situation that went on, but was it all worth it in the end? Absolutely. So this kind of actually leads on from that question. How long did you know each other before you officially got together? So again, we met in 2015 at the party in July, and then we actually started speaking properly in like November, December time of 2015, and then in January 2016 he asked me to be his girlfriend, which I don't remember because I was absolutely smashed, passed out in my friend's utility room at a party, and he asked me out. So yeah, it was January that we officially got together, but I had met his family and stuff previously before that. I think I met them on New Year's Day, I think. I stayed at his house New Year's Eve of 2015 going into 2016. I met them all then, and then we started going out officially in the end of January 2016. Do you both get along with each other's family? Yes, we do massively. We're like one big family, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, my family do family things and get his family involved and stuff like that, and it's really nice. Like, yeah, definitely get along with him. His little sister is literally like my sister, and he sees my sisters as his sisters, and like my sister's boyfriends are like his best friends, and yeah, it's really nice. Sol's mum just came in for a little catch up. But yeah, our families do really get on. Like I said, he sees my family as his family, I see his family as my family. It's really nice, we are very lucky. Did you go on the pill or other contraception straight away when you got with Tom, or question mark? So I started going out with Tom when I was 15, 16. I actually was already on the pill. I think I started my period when I was like 11 or 12, and I pretty much started taking a pill straight away. One, because my period pains were absolutely freaking horrendous. Like, honestly, you would not even believe it. They used to make me pass out, they used to make me be sick, they used to, honestly, just hated having a period. It used to just cause me so much stress. And then obviously I had a boyfriend when I was 13, 14. But yeah, I was always really open about it with my mum, and she obviously was really open to speak to me about it and helpful and stuff. And obviously I had 3 older sisters, so yeah, I did start taking a pill very young. I'd say I was probably 13, but I don't have a pill anymore because the pill then started to make me feel really ill and really sick. So I tried about 3 or 4 different pills. Some made me pass out, some made me throw up. So 4 years ago now, I think 4 years ago, I got my first implant. Then after 2 years I got it taken out just because I really wanted to give my body just a bit of a break. I probably had like 3 periods throughout those whole 2 years, and I just thought that my body just needs a break, do you know what I mean? That was the worst decision I ever made because I had a period about 3 weeks later, it made me sick, I had to go home from work, it was on Christmas Eve, I literally threw up everywhere and it just was not okay. So as soon as Christmas was over, got that back in, and I've had that back in now for about 1.5 years, so I've got about 1.5 years left because obviously you can have them for 3 years. But yeah, so I was already on contraception when I started going out with Tom, basically, to summarise that went off track. How did you become confident around each other, or did this just come naturally? Honestly, like I said, me and Tom became friends before we were in a relationship. Like, we were really close friends, so we were already confident. I think it just did come really naturally, and I think that's the best thing. Like, my mum has always said to me, when you're with the person you're going to be with forever, you know, and I know this sounds like cheesy, and you never know, like, anything could happen to me and Tom, you never know, but genuinely, hand on heart, like, I can't see myself being with someone else. And I know everybody says that, and I know, like, it's such a cliche thing to say, but I do think, like, me and Tom are the same person, and we're very lucky to have found each other. And I know we're so young and stuff, but I think we're gonna make it work, you know. How to keep it interesting when you're together all the time. So me and Tom are together majority of the time. We're not actually together in isolation, so this is the longest we've been apart. Before isolation, the longest we've been together was 3 days. No, the longest we've been apart was 3 days, 2 nights basically. And other than that, we're literally together every single day. So I found isolation easier than I thought, to be honest. I don't know why, I've just been keeping myself busy and stuff. But to keep it interesting, I don't know. We just have so much fun, and I think going on regular dates, also giving each other time. Like, me and Tom do see each other a lot, but we respect each other's time, and if Tom wants to sit on his Xbox, I'll let him sit on his Xbox. I literally sit there and watch YouTube all night. We'll then come back together at like 10 o'clock and watch something on TV together. I normally fall straight asleep, but you know, you've kind of just got to, like, I don't know, just like respect each other's time and respect each other in, like, space. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but I think the best way, I know there's questions about how to keep it interesting, but I think we have so much fun because we also respect each other's space and time and stuff like that, do you know what I mean? Like, neither of us are too full on, because I know a lot of people that are, like, very clingy to their boyfriends, but their boyfriends don't want to be around them all the time and stuff like that. And I think me and Tom are very 50-50. We want the same things, we feel the same things, we respect each other. Like, I don't know, it's hard, but just regular date nights, going to cinema, going for food. We try and have a date night every week. Obviously at the minute we can't. I don't know, I just feel like having it, like, making it interesting does just come very naturally if you're with the right person. So yeah, I think that's my biggest advice. If you're with the right person, things will always be interesting. But don't get me wrong, there are times when things are very boring. We're like, what the hell should we do today? Like, what the hell? Which is what's quite nice about these 3 weeks, because although I miss him so much, but, like, at the same time, when we're back together, life's going to be so much more exciting again. Like, because things do obviously change. I don't know, I would say just give each other space and respect, and if you enjoy the same kind of things, it always helps with making things interesting. I don't know. I don't bloody know. Have you ever wanted more experience, or have you ever got bored of him? No, not at all. A lot of people ask me this all the time, like, oh, you've had a boyfriend your whole life, do you not just want to be single? No, I don't like being single. I would never. I've literally was single for what, 2 months? Since I was 13, I've been single for 2 months. Like, I couldn't deal with it. I just don't like it. And even at that point, I wasn't really single, because me and Tom were still, like, no, I'm not that sort of person. So I've never wanted more experience, because I love having a boyfriend. It's not like I've had loads of boyfriends, I've literally had 2. But, like, when my friends go out and speak to boys and stuff, it just doesn't appeal to me. Obviously, I love watching them, like, sitting there and watching them do it, but that's what I like doing. I'd rather be sat at the table watching them chatting to the boys and stuff like that, and I just watch from a distance and just be a little wing woman. But no, it doesn't appeal to me at all. I just couldn't think of anything worse than going out to the club and then going home with some random boy, and then, I don't know, I just love the fact that, like, I am a relationship person. I'm very lucky that Tom is also a relationship person. Yeah, I don't know. Never got bored of him. Like I said, we're pretty much the same person, and if I got bored of him, then I wouldn't be with him right now. Because that's just not fair. How to deal with comparing your life to the lives of others. So this isn't exactly a relationship question, but I guess I could refer it back to a relationship. So, like, comparing mine and Tom's relationship to someone else's relationship, maybe. I feel like it's really important to never ever compare your life to anybody else's. Everyone's life is different for a reason. Everybody's with different people for a reason. Everybody wants different things. And I guess once you've found the person that you want to be with, it's very easy to stop comparing yourself. Don't get me wrong, I look at, like, celebrities like Alex and Olivia Bowen, and, like, I want their life, like, but it's because I want their house and I want this and I want that. I don't particularly want their relationship, because I'm very happy in my relationship. However, like their lifestyle, I would love that, and I think it's okay to compare your life in that sort of sense, because like it's like a dream, do you know what I mean? It's not like, I don't sit there getting really upset and depressed about the fact that I don't have their life. It's a dream. It's like something for me to like push to. Obviously I'm never going to be like that, but like it's a dream, do you know what I mean? And like obviously with girls on Instagram, this isn't like relationship, but obviously girls on Instagram and stuff, I just think it's so important to never compare yourself. Obviously it's so easy to, like it is so easy to compare yourself. However, I think the thing I've learned, and the biggest piece of advice I will give for stopping comparing yourself, is one, pictures are edited. I actually don't edit my pictures myself. I do obviously like white in the background, make it a bit darker, lighten it, change the contrast, but I would never change the shape of my body because I would never want people to look at that and want it when it's not real. So I've sort of like learnt to kind of take Instagram with a pinch of salt, and you look at pictures and obviously you can be like, wow, they're so pretty and blah blah blah, but never take it that step further to start comparing yourself to them. And the other bit of massive advice I would give is that fashion changes all the time, and as weird as this sounds, body types, Instagram styles, Instagram girls, like filler, surgery, everything goes in and out of fashion, and everybody wants what's in fashion at that time. So obviously when I was like 13, thigh gaps were the thing, like literally the thing. You do not know how long I spent trying to get a thigh gap. I literally was so anorexic, I didn't eat for, maybe I had like one meal a day if that, and my legs were literally the size of twigs. I will try and insert a photo here, because I was desperate for a thigh gap. Little did I know, 2 years later, big chunky thighs were going to be in fashion, and all I wanted at that point was big chunky thighs. So I think it's very important to not compare yourself to these fashions, because again, lip filler this time last year was a massive thing. Everybody wanted lip filler, everyone wanted massive lips, and I know some people still do. However, the amount of YouTubers I've watched in the past 2 weeks that are getting their filler dissolved because they absolutely hate it now, and I look at it and think, thank God I didn't get all the filler that I wanted to get last year. It's so important to just never ever compare yourself to others, because you're only gonna, what's it gonna do? You can get as much lip filler as you want, but you're still not going to look like that person because their lips are different to yours. And it's a really weird thing to say, but like it's so important to just not compare yourself. And obviously it's nice to have aspirations and to look at people and wish for things that they had, and like to push it for goals and stuff, but actually to sit there and compare yourself and get upset about the fact you don't have something that someone else doesn't have, it's just not healthy. Like it's not healthy at all, honestly. It's the worst possible thing you could ever do. And that's the same with relationships. Everybody's with someone for a reason. I look at people's relationships and think I couldn't think of anything worse than that, but to them it's amazing, and I love that they think it's amazing. I will always respect them for that. And I hear people talk to me about their relationships, and I've got friends that tell me what their boyfriends have done, and there's things that I would never put up with, but if they want to put up with that because they see a better side to them, go for it. I'm happy for you. Like, I'll always support you and whatever, because there's things that maybe me and Tom do that they think, what, as if they do that, or what, how, like, do you know what I mean? Because me and Tom are very chill, and I know that I've got a friend that's very clingy with her boyfriend, where me and Tom are very relaxed, and I say like, oh no, I'm glad I don't do, like, oh no, me and Tom aren't doing that, like, oh blah blah blah, and she's like, how can you do that, like, do you not want to just like, so I don't know how to explain it, but just never compare, guys, please, just never compare. What do you both want to achieve for the future? This is going to be my last question, guys, so I feel like I've been rambling for ages. So again, me and Tom are very fortunate to want the same things. We like the same style of life, we want the same sort of family, sort of vibes, all that. So in the future I would love to continue doing YouTube, obviously grow my channel as much as I possibly can. I would love for my Instagram to grow and stuff like that. I've never really been like fussed on my Instagram, but recently it's really started growing and it's making me really want it to just grow even more. Tom's actually just FaceTiming me. Hello, I'm just filming a video about me and you. You miss me? Oh, I miss you too.
Bored.
Do you want to just answer some questions so that they can get your opinion? Show some of your
teeth look white.
Do they?
Yeah.
Because I'm so tanned. My teeth are not fake. You're crazy. They actually do look white, don't they? It's because I'm tanned.
If you show me your boobs.
Tom, I'm not showing you my boobs. Do you want kids?
Yeah.
Put your face in it. Do you want kids?
I'll shave my beard off though.
Yeah, I know, it looks cute. And how many kids do you want? How many kids do you want?
3 kids.
3, that's what I said. I said
boy, girl.
We can't just decide what you want. I said that I want 5, you want 3, so we decided we'll meet in the middle and have all.
Well, no, we have said that, but...
Yeah, we have said that. No, what we said, and this is what I said, is we said we'll have as many as we can afford. Didn't we?
Yeah.
If we can't afford 5, we won't have 5.
We do none at the moment.
If we can only afford to... Yeah, we can't afford none at the minute. Okay, anyway, next question. I was just answering. What do you both want to achieve for the future?
What, together, or...?
Yeah. Or, like, I said I want to do YouTube and stuff and then get a house and have kids and blah, blah, blah. So what do you want to achieve?
I want to be successful whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
And earn enough money to just provide for the people around me.
Well, like me. Does that mean
Maybe
I won't
you.
have to work?
Maybe you still.
Joking, I'm very independent. I'm never going to stop working. I love working. Joking, I hate working. So someone said, let's see if Tom tells the same story as me. How did we meet?
What, first time?
Yeah, when we first ever met.
At a house party.
Yeah, and what did we do?
Put shower caps on our head.
Yeah.
A little wave.
True, that's exactly what I said. And then when was the next time we met?
Another house party.
Yeah, another house party. And then I met you at school, didn't I?
Yeah.
And you come to sixth form. Do you both get along with each other's families?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. How did you become confident around each other, or did this come naturally, Tom?
Naturally. What did you say?
How to keep it interesting when you're together all the time?
Keep what interesting?
Like the relationship. Like how do we still have like how do we still have
Well,
fun?
obviously not recently, but we always just do stuff, like even just going for food and chilling and like switching up what we do, not doing the same stuff all the time.
I just said because we're like best friends and we just have so much fun together. And then I said
So
but we
just friends
also
only?
no, and I said but we also respect each other, and like if you want to sit and play the Xbox while I watch YouTube, then we just do that, and then at about 10 o'clock we just get into bed and just watch something on Netflix together, but then I just normally fall asleep.
Hell yeah.
Okay, if you could change one thing, there's 3 questions I haven't answered, but these are going to be like quick fire to each other. What's the most annoying thing about each other? You first. What's the most annoying thing about me?
Stubborn.
Oh, good one. Very good. Most annoying
What's
thing
the most annoying thing about me?
is that he doesn't drive. That really bugs me so much.
Oh, we're being specific. Oh, so I thought it was just personality traits.
No, just like what's the most annoying, like what annoys you the most about me, or it can be personality, it can be whatever, like what annoys you the most.
No, actually, I can't keep it as
Stubborn.
that.
Mine is that he doesn't drive. Everything else is absolutely fine. He's a great guy, but I just wish he would learn to drive. What's each other's best attribute? What's attribute? What does that mean? Well, like best thing.
Yeah.
Maybe, okay, this is so cringe, but Tom is actually so kind. Like,
Oh wait, we're
can't
doing it for
be
each
so
other.
nice. Yeah. Like, I can be so mean to Tom sometimes, like, so mean. I'm quite, like, stroppy sometimes, but Tom is genuinely, and I'm not just saying this, he's actually the nicest person in the whole world, aren't you? Like,
Yeah,
he's actually
like,
so
when-
kind.
Like, I know it's just stupid, but stuff like if I was to have a pizza and it'd be my favourite pizza, and Emily not even liked the pizza, but there was like 3 bits left, and she was like, "Can I have a bit?" I'd be like, "Yeah, that's a bad example."
Oh yeah,
actually,
no,
but,
like
there
he
was one
always
bit
gives
left.
me the last thing. Like there could be something that we both really want, and if it was mine, I would like this sounds horrible, but I would have it to myself. I wouldn't give it to Tom, whereas Tom would always give it to me. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I do it with everyone as well.
No, but
I
that's
do it
fine.
with,
Like
my
you are
sister.
genuinely the kindest person I've ever met in my whole life. Okay, what's your best attribute? Whatever the word is about me. He's gonna struggle with this
Your
one. He's quick to
determination.
he's quick to chuck out the bad things.
Your
but he's got no-
determination
My determination.
and motivation to be successful.
That's cute. I like that. I'm happy with that. Okay, and if you could change one thing... Wait, did we already do that one? No, if you could change one thing about each other, what would it be?
Some titties. I'm joking.
That is harsh.
I'm
That is
joking.
harsh. I don't know. Okay, I don't want to answer any more questions.
What?
Because I've answered loads. I've been filming for 45 minutes.
So,
Yeah. I'm going to go now so I can finish the bed. Say bye.
bye.
Love you so much.
Love you.
See you later.
Safe.
I hope you enjoyed that little bit of input. It's always fun, isn't it, that we can do that on the FaceTime. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you are enjoying the fact that this is more chill and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, I would love to make like a little series of chill videos. So if you've got any ideas of what you'd like me to chat about, then please let me know down below or message me on Instagram or anything like that. I also just hit 10k followers on TikTok, so thank you guys so much. If you're not already following me, then please go and follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram, subscribe down below and whatever else. And yeah, I hope you guys are all keeping safe and are positive and well over this crazy time. See you very soon for another video. Ciao!
Everyone has gone, and we are on our own. Till then I'll follow.